everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Baiskeli Stories. My name is Kahaki, and I'm here with my co-host.
My name is Rose.
And today we are joined by an ultra runner, architect, and many other things. But we want him to tell us a little bit more about himself. Limo, karibu sana. We're very excited to have you on Baiskeli Stories. Had you heard about us before you came on this show? You can be honest.
Frankly,
No.
yeah, I heard about you. I heard about you guys this afternoon.
Okay,
This
great.
afternoon.
This
Yeah,
afternoon.
but Njoki told me about you people some time back.
Yes.
Yeah, but I think I put face to the name
Today.
this afternoon.
So thanks for agreeing
Thanks for having me.
to join us and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, Limo Kipkemoi is my name. As you've heard, I'm an ultra runner, a sky runner, a trail runner, and for a living, I'm an architect. Yeah, and sometimes, or in another life, I'm also a Scrabble player. With many other roles, I'm the chairman Scrabble Kenya. I'm a committee member, World English Scrabble Player Association.
Wow.
I'm also a committee member, World Youth Scrabble Player Association. Yeah, and I'm also in the committee for Pan-African Scrabble Association. So those are my few titles.
Great. So one of the reasons we wanted to interview you because we call ourselves extreme. We think that we do things extreme. But when we read about you, we're just like, hey, ours is not extreme. The other guys were doing extreme things. Extra extreme. I don't even know if there's another level. So of course we've read about you, and we've also seen the documentary that you just recently did, and you've done a lot of ultra running and sky running, as you call it. So tell us a little bit about that. Tell us how that started. How did you start running? How did you take running to that level?
Thanks. So for a long time, I've been a hockey player from when I was in high school, from Form 1 all the way to Form 4. And then during our final year, when you're choosing our courses for university, I intentionally chose Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology because they had the best hockey team in Kenya at that time.
Okay.
They were the only outfit to have defeated armed forces, which was the best team in Africa at that time. Yeah, so that's why I went to Jomo Kenyatta instead of the University of Nairobi for my architecture. So when I finished high school, then life happened, getting into employment, I started gaining weight. So I needed to tone down my weight so I can. Well, hockey you play with your knees bent, so the lighter you are, the better.
Okay.
So when little money for every Kenyan, pesa ikiingia kidogo, you want to weight also.
Yeah.
That comes in.
Accompanies.
Yeah. So weight started coming in. Before I knew it, I was 86 kilos.
Wow.
We need to bring down my weight. So I started small distances, 2 kilometers, 3 kilometers, which was really hard for me to do. And then within no time, I was easily enjoying 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers. And so I remember when I used to go for training and tell my coach, oh yeah, this week I've actually clocked 30 kilometers. Be like, that's really good. You're leading by example. And then COVID happens. And I was like, I think I need to do something different. Because when COVID happened, when you are under lockdown, hockey is a contact sport.
Yeah.
So the league was suspended. Then I'm used to sports we used to train on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, and with league matches over the weekend. So I find myself at home the whole week. I'm not used to that.
Yeah.
So I had to find something to do. And by that time, I was running a bit here and there. And that's when I decided to do the county challenge.
The county challenge. Tell us a little bit about which one.
So I decided to. So that time I read a story of a guy who was running a marathon in every country in the world. And I think that just the excitement of being in a different country almost every week, doing a marathon. And I was like, I don't have the resource to do every country, but I think I can run in every county. Yeah, that's how the idea was conceptualized. Of course.
So that's like 2020.
It was about 2020, 2021. Just because I did the first ultra run, county run, just within that time frame. I think the same year that COVID happened. Yeah.
By
So,
ultra?
Yeah. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
sorry, and I'm just curious. So you did, what was the distance you were covering in every county?
So I watched, but my target was 50 kilometers in every county.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And you started off, I'm guessing, in Nairobi? I mean,
So
you've
my
been
first
running
county was
here?
actually Machakos.
Oh, Machakos, okay.
And you see, because that time, well, prior to that, I had done a bit of running,
Yeah.
10 kilometers. My longest run was actually at Alliance Classic Run,
Uh-huh.
which is a charity event. Of course, I'm a graduate of Alliance High School. So when they had a charity event to raise kids for the needy students, I showed up. My friend Elvis Hamala is the one who introduced me to Alliance Classic Run. So we did a run together. I did 21 kilometers, which was really difficult. Yeah, like I still vividly remember. When I thought I'm fit, but running is different. Running and hockey are two different sports. Yeah, but I finished 21 kilometers, and thereafter I went to Jinja. I joined a group of guys called Medal Hunters. Medal Hunters is a gang of runners who strictly run for medals. Any event that has a finisher medal, they sign up.
Yeah.
So I joined them, became a medal hunter, went to Uganda for a run. That when I was in Uganda for a 25 kilometer run, is when I learned that there was a 50 kilometer run. And there were two guys running the 50 kilometer. So after the 25, I actually intentionally sat down with them like, what's wrong with you guys? Why would you run 50 kilometers? And then secondly, how is it even possible to run 50 kilometers?
Yeah.
And that conversation that night, someone told me, oh, there's actually a clique of guys in Nairobi called Ultra Runners, led by Winke, who do crazy runs.
Yeah.
So when I left Jinja, came to Nairobi, saw Winke, and I learned there was a clique of about 5 or so guys. There was Winke, there was Cheriot, there was Victor Miringu, there was Brian Kisuke, there was Freeman, there was Sarah Wawa. Like, those are the founders of ultra running, like organized ultra running.
Yeah.
So I joined them.
Yeah.
And then within a few months, I did my first ultra run, 75 kilometers, running
In a
around.
few months. From 25, you went to
Yeah,
75.
actually, my longest run before that was 31. And I think 30 or 31, then straight shot for 75. It didn't kill me. I survived. The first time Mount Kenya, first time Aberdares, no preparation.
Right.
Purely by accident.
Yeah.
Show up, do your thing, and it was successful. Mind you, we did about 70 kilometers that day, and we had another 70 kilometers in Nakuru the following day.
Wow.
So when you go to Nakuru County, you have to do Nyandarua County on Saturday and Nakuru County on Sunday.
Because you're still doing the counties now.
I was doing the
yeah?
counties.
Yeah.
So you can imagine up and down Aberdares. And I think we approached the gate when you're about 38 kilometers. So already tired legs. But I managed. And then go to Nakuru County. Of course, we paid for our sins on that Sunday because we did, I think, about 50 kilometers. But bulk of it, I think after we got, all of us got muscle cramps after.
Yeah.
Should have been up at about 40 kilometers.
So,
Yeah,
Limo,
but
do you
we
do
finished.
any physio? Okay, so you don't prepare.
No, I've not done physio in my life.
How do you recover?
I'm like,
Because
what is
you're
going on?
talking of punishment and you're paying for your sins and your body's tired and you're cramping.
How do you
How do you get
recover?
up the next
Yeah.
day and keep going?
I'm a normal folk. Like,
Clearly.
normal
I
guy.
don't know, there's no other
Nothing
way to
special about
explain
me.
it, Yeah.
Normal guy is doing my thing.
Yeah.
Never done physio in my life.
Do you
I've done
stretch?
massages like those, just
Basic,
spa
like-
massage.
Yeah.
The
Because
nice
I used to
ones.
do them even
The
before.
nice ones.
Yeah.
Just like to reward myself sometimes after
Yeah.
a hard week, but never done physio.
Wow.
So how does your body recover? How do you manage to get up and go again? And I think everybody's curious, really.
I just think that our bodies are capable of more than you can imagine.
Okay. Okay.
So it doesn't bother me.
So you don't. So in terms of now, I'm back to preparation because I'm feeling like there must be some sort of level. Maybe,
Something.
Maybe diet. Do you eat a special
I don't
food or
But
do you
I'm the
watch
most,
what you eat?
If there was an award for the most indisciplined run, I think I would be having a couple of awards already.
Wow. Because you don't
was
actually
not.
have a special diet that you're following. Nothing.
There's actually someone who calls me the dustbin because anything you have on the trail, I'll eat.
So me, I want to know: is your lineage, your parents, anybody in your family like an ultra runner, an athlete?
No,
I'm just wondering whether it's
my mom
innately
claims
in you.
My mom claimed that she was a sprinter. Oh, there's no record to show.
claims. Oh yeah.
It's not your mother run,
My
your father
dad,
run.
0 sports. My siblings, 0 sports. My uncle was an athlete
Okay.
in armed forces.
Okay.
My other, like, my grandmother's sister, where she was married.
Uko
That
mbali.
family,
Yes.
Nimbali, Sanoko Charanganyi Hills.
Yeah.
Those are athletes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think about 3 or 4 of them have represented the country. But in my immediate family, no one.
Nobody.
Yeah. My
That's
extended,
interesting.
yeah.
So it's just
It's
you know,
just you. It's just
you.
in you, basically.
Yeah, but I still don't think I'm a runner. I'm just a fun guy.
You're a runner. Because remember, at the end of the day, and I think we're having this discussion before we started this, we'll all get to that finish line. We'll all get that medal, especially recreational runners. There's no difference between, the guy who crossed the finish line first, as opposed, if you're not competing, that is, and me, who maybe took another 3 hours to come in.
Yeah.
So it's about that, satisfying that thing inside of you, and I think maybe that is
Yeah.
what you're looking for in yourself as a runner, and many of us. So some of them are chasing time as recreational runners,
Yeah.
others are just chasing the high, you know.
And then the challenge.
And
I
the
feel like
challenge.
for you, is it the challenge?
For me, it's a challenge.
Is it the
And
challenge?
so
Yeah.
I look at it this way, as you rightly put.
Yeah.
We're all in this running for different reasons. But actually, I think the first one is that we all strive to be fit.
Fitness.
And being fit also has benefits. Keep some lifestyle diseases at bay.
Yeah.
Keep busy, keep occupied.
Right.
For me, fitness also is part of it.
Yeah.
But also, nature is inspiring. As an architect, I think the best architect is nature. Just try, read and study and learn a lot from nature.
Right. Right.
And just seeking inspiration and a change of scenery. Being in Nairobi from Monday to Friday, it's quite toxic. So when weekend approaches, you just want to be out there.
Yeah.
So we all look for different reasons to be outdoor.
Yeah.
But I think for me, first is, there's fitness bit, but fitness can get anywhere.
Yeah.
Gym, whatever kind. But I think that interaction with nature, you can only get it when you're with nature.
That's
Yeah,
true.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about, you've also done your ultra where you went up Mount Kenya, then you came down. Then in fact we're having this conversation with Rose earlier. I was like, wait, did he then run to Arusha and then go up Kili, or what did he do? But then it's like within a few days of the two, you ran up Kenya, came back down. Then I don't know, did you drove then to Mount Kenya, went up? Tell us about how that came together.
So my first long ultra run was from Kenya to Moshi. 5 days, 360 kilometers.
And you run Kenya to Moshi.
Without running
Okay.
Kenya, but it was a multi-day run.
Okay.
So you're doing an average of 60 kilometers a day. So when you completed that challenge, I remember speaking to George Parks of Run Beyond and telling him, I think I've done everything I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I've run across border from Kenya to Moshi, 360 kilometers it should have been, I think it was 6 days. That's when the idea for counties came to be. And then I finished the counties, which I would say that's the most beautiful journey of my life.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Running the 47 counties. But if you've not been the 47, we should all aim to be in all the counties in
Tembea, Kenya.
Tembea, Kenya.
All right.
Yeah.
Literally for
It's
you, eh?
For
beautiful.
you, yeah.
It's-
And how long did the county runs take you? Like how long?
So the idea was to do it in one calendar year, from Jan to December.
Yeah.
Right.
And then when I just started, then COVID happened.
Right. So
okay.
you slow
In
down.
March.
Yeah. Okay.
And then not COVID. A cessation of movement happened.
Okay.
So it slowed me down. But I still managed to do within 12 months,
Okay.
calendar year. And then after doing the counties, I'm like, what next? The idea was first Kenya, Kilimanjaro.
Okay.
But I met my friend Steve Maikweki. Was like, no, why not do it in reverse? Because you have more followers in Kenya. So start from Kilimanjaro, then come towards Kenya.
Right.
So that's how I changed course, because initially it was start from Kenya to Kili. Yeah, so I climbed up and down Kili.
Okay. In how long? You ran more or less?
Yeah, I ran up and down Kili. So started by I think after 9 kilometers, none of the guides would even catch up with me. So I was gone and gone. Yeah, and I summited alone. So after 9 kilometers, I was alone for the entire journey.
Yeah.
Summited at 5 in the evening, came down, met them at some point, we came down together.
And you are running, basically.
Running. The sections you can run, you run. The sections that's too steep, you fast hike.
Yeah, you fast hike.
Yeah, and then coming down, you run as much as you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So pretty
Yeah.
much it took you a full day for that one.
Yeah, it's a full day.
Pretty much
And then
full
strangely, when I got down, there was no sleep. Like I was not feeling sleepy.
Yeah.
So I kept enjoying our drinks and vibes with Muhi and the rest of the team
Wow.
until 4 in the morning.
Wow.
And I had to
This
do
is coming down to...
Yeah. So at Marangu, my friend
Marangu.
Babylon was hosting us. And then at 6 in the morning, I had to be up and do 75 kilometers from Moshi to Kimana.
Okay.
Running.
Yeah, running. No, that's running.
Okay.
Are
Take
we
that
hearing?
in.
Were we hearing all of this? Because
We
I
all
don't know.
need to take this in.
I need a moment.
At that time, you're running with everything you have.
Yeah.
My change of clothes, everything.
Oh,
I
you
need
have
for
a
the
bag, a backpack
Yeah,
with all
the,
your stuff. You don't
hydration
have
vest.
an escort.
So you're
running.
what we normally give to the porters is you're the porter. And you carry all your bags.
So for skyrunning, you actually don't use porters.
Okay.
You carry everything. So skyrunning is quite technical. You pack what you need, keep it as light as possible, and that's why gear for skyrunning is actually quite expensive because they're light, they're compact. So if you're going to Mount Kenya, you have a small bag that has everything that you need. So you layer up as you go. So when you're starting, maybe in your shorts or trousers and a t-shirt, it gets cold.
Keep
You
on layering.
keep on layering until the
up.
summit, and then you keep
Okay.
removing your layers as you come down. Also with your food and everything, energy that you need, and your first aid and safety gear that you require.
So how long did it take you to get to
Machakos.
to Mount Kenya? Yeah,
Okay.
5 days, 6 days.
6 days.
Yeah.
So
So the last day, of
yeah.
course, another rookie mistake, as usual. I underestimated the distance for the last day.
Okay.
But my friend, we had Vivian, there was James Muhia, because James Muhia was there for the first day and came back to Nairobi, then waited for me the last day.
Okay.
Of course, things happened on the second last day. Freeman lost his mother.
Oh dear.
So he had to end the journey.
Okay.
So I had to be alone for the rest of the journey. Then we met up the last day. I thought I'd be at Naromo, at like the Mount Kenya gate, but I didn't make it. So the distance was longer than I had expected.
Anticipated, right.
So I was at Freeman. I remember Freeman. There was James Muhia. There was Vivian, Ayuma, and Victor really pushed me. So the distance for the last day was like 48 kilometers. So you can imagine you've been running for 7 days, and you still have Mount Kenya to summit and come down. But Muya, Victor did amazing work pushing me. Yeah, it didn't stop.
It didn't stop there
clearly,
and hasn't stopped.
Yeah.
No.
So one would ask, especially that episode of your thighs are, chafing and you have fatigue like crazy. What's that thing inside you that keeps you going? That doesn't say enough is enough. I mean, I've already done so much, so I might as well just, kick the can.
The fact I can still put one foot in front of the other and move,
Yeah.
like just see what you can do. One foot in front of the other. Let's see how far I can go.
So in a way to spin this from the horror story that it sounds into something nice, what would you tell people who are perhaps listening? Because
like,
somebody might be like,
It's all mental. If you listen to your body,
Yeah.
I think can achieve so little.
Yeah.
Our bodies give up pretty
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Limo, you've talked of getting lost, especially that one time you're trying to summit Kili. Any other times you've gotten lost? And
Yeah, I've
what's
lost
going through your mind at
I've
that
gotten
time?
lost
Are you
in-
scared?
Kenya
Uh-huh.
during the 24-hour challenge. So I went up Lenana,
Yeah.
but coming down I got lost.
Right.
So I'm trying to look at. So somehow when you're on a high altitude, your GPS is a bit.
It's
Yeah,
slow.
it lags.
slow. Yeah, it does. Yeah.
So what I decided to do, not sure if it was the wisest decision or not. So I decided to go back to Lenana and retrace my steps. So I went back to Lenana and tried coming down. I still couldn't find my way down. They went back again a third time. And then, so I think now like little oxygen was working on my mind. And I was just not okay.
Yeah.
But I knew, again, the good thing about being on the mountain for so long, like you develop some skills. So I knew there's a lake or there's a turn that should be on my right as I'm coming down. But I can see the turn, it's on my left. So I knew I'm on the wrong location. Yeah, but I took a hard decision to slide down the rocks. Took a shortcut, which, if you look, it was a risky thing to do, but I think I had to do it. Yeah, but I found my way down.
Found your way
Find
out.
your
So I've
way
gotten
out.
lost in
Find
Mount
your way
Kenya.
somewhere. Okay.
Kili, we got lost with Freeman. Majorly because of our guide. The guide got high altitude sickness. So, like, you can imagine you ask your guide, where are we? And he's like, I don't know where we are. And you're at 5,000 meters above sea level.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But these are like I keep telling people always that when you go to the mountains, don't always freestyle and think you're safe because you have a guide.
Yeah.
There are moments that can call that you be the guide. So always be knowledgeable.
Because your guide is human like
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, he's
can
human
suffer
like you.
high altitude
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, so you need to know your path.
Yeah.
Just know that you can be called to be the guide.
So what's next for Limo? What is the next big challenge, the next big ultra?
I still have a bone to pick with Mount Kenya.
Okay.
The 10 summits for cervical cancer. And that should be happening in September. Should be around 20th or 18th. I hope that I can manage to do 10 times. But that's the only challenge that ever scared me.
Okay.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen. 10, because if I complete, that's an elevation gain of about 18,000 meters.
Wow.
Yeah, it's huge. And again, of course, Kenya has its own challenges, except Shirimon route that it's safe. Narumoru has buffaloes in the evening. Chogoria has buffaloes in the evening. And then Chogoria, there's been lions of late.
Oh, wow.
It's a bit tricky because sometimes you'll find yourself you're going down. And
And you don't go with a guide.
if you don't
It's
plan
not
properly, like the last time I was doing this, the same challenge, I found myself with a guide at Chogoria with only 3 biscuits between us and the next stop, and 3 biscuits to climb up Lenana and down. It calls for a lot of logistics.
Limo's podcast documentary is available. We've watched it. We had the privilege of watching it, as we said. So beyond the private screenings that are happening, what and when can the public get to enjoy or to see what you're doing in the ultra running world?
And we shall announce that date in due course. So you can check on my socials, Limo Kipkemoi, and Zebra Productions and Bicycle Stories for the next date.
It's been informative, if not mind-blowing and scary at some point. And also, I like the way you humanize everything. Looking at you, honestly, if I had not met you in person, as we say, a guy doesn't exist. It can't be for real. These AI things that are being made here for us, I don't want
that's true.
But, to see
Just
you.
to digress,
Yeah.
when I was doing the county runs, so my business partner is called Kamau Kara. He has a slender frame.
Yeah.
So I remember when I showed up in Marsabit County with him.
Yeah.
And I would stand next to him and guys were like, oh, this is a runner.
Yeah.
This is a support. Because I think I'm a chubby guy. They call me the fat runner. So guys be like, this is a runner and then this is a support guy. So that was the story all through the runs.
Yeah. But for sure,
But that's
you
what we
don't
expected. Even
embody the frame
even
of
I thought
Yeah, because I want people to...
your lineage, Kwanza.
Yeah.
No, first, I want people to do what they can.
Yeah.
Don't look at a certain way so I can do certain things.
Yes.
Do what you can
with what you
With
have.
what
as
you
you
have.
are. with what you
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Very
agree with
true.
that.
Putting yourself out there in these extreme conditions, there will always be unfortunate and maybe challenging events. You've also talked of getting lost and scary things. It's not just a walk in the park, literally, so to speak. Most recently, I know you lost a close friend of yours to as he was attempting to summit Everest without oxygen. Maybe you may just want to talk about it and just, as we are here also, we pay our respects to the late Cheriot.
Yeah. First, I would want to say Cheriot, may his soul rest in peace. To the family, may they find peace. But I still believe that he died doing what he loved. Cheriot is one of those guys I looked up to when I was doing when I got into ultra running and sky running. Cheriot actually holds almost all the records for Mount Kenya. If it's not Cheriot, it's Victor Miringo. They are the ones who inspired us to do what we do. Yeah, but I think his death should not scare us not to do what you want to do.
Yeah.
It should actually fire us to go out there
Keep going.
and keep going.
Yeah.
I am a firm believer that when your day comes, it's your day.
And may he rest
And may he rest in peace.
in the mountains.
Yeah.
But one day I'll be doing it very soon.
Everest,
Okay.
huh? Okay.
We'll
good.
keep our eyes
In his honor.
We'll
and
be-
ears open
Yeah.
to see that.
Pretty soon.
And I would
In
like
the
to.
next 2 years.
Great.
In the next 2 years, you guys, you've heard that he's doing Everest attempting. Yeah. So,
Yeah, I've dreamt always of,
yeah.
even before I went to Everest for his summit, we
Yeah.
always dreamt of these all Kenyans expedition
Yeah.
to Everest.
Yeah.
And I think that dream is still alive.
Still alive.
And we will do it.
Yeah.
Limo, thank you so much for joining us on Baiskeli Stories. And your story is amazing. And I think Rose and I will stop saying that we're extreme anything. We'll just
Yeah,
say we are
we just-
cyclists and we run. That's
Yeah,
what-
so long as
that's
don't guys
extreme, eh?
don't introduce me to riding or cycling.
No, that's
I'm
that's
okay.
a conversation. That one we're still going to we're still going to discuss. The cycling lazima ukuje. Lazima ukuje.
Yeah, you can't be doing all these extreme things and we
not-
don't go for a ride with
We
you.
don't
No,
go
no,
for a
no.
cycle.
Yeah.
Just
I'll support you
once.
guys.
Yeah.
Sawa. But we'll still discuss. It's a conversation that's going to go on. But that's Baiskeli Stories. And if you want to follow Limo, you can follow Limo on Strava and on his IG, which is
Limo Kipkemoi.
Limo Kipkemoi, and follow his story. So
Right.
thank you for watching and see you next time on Baiskeli Stories.
See you next time. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.